Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Cornhuskers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conference.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they can impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
A first down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard. His defense is on its heels. Second and goal for this offense. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Husker! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The Utes line up to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on his way. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Gonna run it. It's Villa. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
The Huskers are threatening on 1st and goal. To give to the big fullback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
I I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
They move the tight end all over. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
He's back to throw on second down. Got him downfield. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Utes. The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Direct snap. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Surging forward on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. To the air on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. Open target, no one's open, throw it away, and live to play another day.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Gives it to the back on the draw. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse. And they're going to...
He's off to the races. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Touch pass on the run. Puts him in the spin cycle. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down.
And this is a great sign for this offense. This O-line is ready to go early. They look like they are lathered up. They're getting pushed. They're dominating at the line of scrimmage. Everything seems to be clicking because of these big fellas up front.
And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that option game can be tricky, right? But nice job by the defense playing assignment football. And watch the linebacker. You can tell. Locked in on the quarterback. Chases him down. Gets to him. And not only gets to him, doesn't let him break a tackle. Gets him on the ground.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knocked him down at the 3. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Deep in enemy territory, ball's at the 3. They can pick up a 1st down without scoring a touchdown, and here they go on 4th and short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Power football with the run. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. And the Huskers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Line getting set on second down. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's straight. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. He wants to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. On the move, it's Villa. Smashes through. At the 40, there he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Huskers want to move quickly. They're getting this guy lathered up.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Now on 2nd down. It'll be a draw. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. New center down's right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Utes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Looking to move it through the air. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Yeah, and that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Got a nice job by the defender just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Syracuse is going to walk off the field there inside the dome with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Snap it to the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Movement here from the tight end. On the ground, it's Villa. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it quickly out to the tight end. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense got it.
Defensive coordinators always preach swat at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Fullback's got it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Football is about adjustments. First half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. Second half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that. Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
And the Huskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win it.
From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Utes heading quickly to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The crowd scoreboard is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. Pulls and fired complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Utes want to crank the tempo.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Right down the middle. It's caught. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke the football, he caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. And they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't.
And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but a That one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Floats it out in space. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. At the 35, he's open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Release to the back. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's straight. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This will get it back to a 1-score game. It's good. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great. Quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. He's going to pass. Snags it. And he steps in just in the nick of time to get the touchdown they need, and now they need to cap it with a 2.
Man, Great job by this offense, but the work is not done. You knew what you needed when you started this drive. Late in this ball game, time's running out. It's not on your side. I got to find my play, my best two-point conversion to go tie this puppy up.
The last touchdown only part of the battle. Now the two-point try to tie the game. They'll go to the air. He's got it. The two is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the two-point conversion. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback. Save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's his 4th interception of the game. At the 35, he's loose. Got some room to run. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Utes!
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First